So, Media Matters released a really devastating analysis here that I think shows you a lot about what's wrong with the media in this country. So, as everybody knows, there was the scandal recently involving Roseanne. Roseanne on Twitter basically called Valerie Jarrett an ape, or said something like she's a mix between an ape and the Muslim Brotherhood. And there was a giant fallout over that. It was a huge scandal. She was fired from Roseanne, and this debate has been raging in the country now for the past few days. So, one of the criticisms of the media that I've put forth, along with other people, is that along with an establishment bias, they also have a sensationalism bias. So, squeaky wheel gets the grease. So they're just going to talk about this kind of shit nonstop because, hey, it's what's on the front of everybody's mind. It's dominating Twitter and social media, so let's just talk about this. Now, if you're a serious news organization, you could talk about this, of course. It's a story. But you're supposed to talk about very important things happening in the world. You're supposed to talk about, war, climate change, record levels of income inequality, corruption in the political system. But no. So there was a story. Now, we referenced this yesterday. I did a secular talking smack. You guys can check that out. It's up on the channel. But I talked about this yesterday. There's a new report that came out. I think it was from Harvard. Basically, they found that nearly 5,000 people died in Puerto Rico because of the hurricane. Now, in the wake of that happening, Trump was basically bragging like, our death count is low. We have a low death count. Basically trying to say like, this isn't my Katrina. Hurricane Katrina was bad. This isn't my Katrina. Now, the U.S. government only admits to about 64 people being killed in the hurricane. The Harvard study said nearly 5,000 people died. That is a giant story. The death toll is higher than Katrina, and the government isn't even admitting it. That's a gigantic, gigantic scandal. Puerto Rico's a U.S. territory. Nearly 5,000 people fucking died there with a hurricane. And how much is the media covering it? Take a look. Cable news coverage of reported 4,600 Hurricane Maria deaths in Puerto Rico versus Roseanne Barr's racist tweet and canceled TV show. Holy shnikes. Fox News. 1 hour, 56 minutes, and 54 seconds of Roseanne coverage. 48 seconds of Puerto Rico deaths coverage. CNN. 4 hours, 48 minutes, and 45 seconds, whatever that says. 46? The print is small on my page. Only 12 minutes and 3 seconds of the Puerto Rico coverage. MSNBC, 3 hours, 38 minutes, 45 seconds of Roseanne coverage. Only 21 minutes and 18 seconds of Puerto Rico coverage. Now, to be fair, they're significantly better on the Puerto Rico coverage than everybody else, but they're still abysmal overall. So you want to see the problem with U.S. media? Here it is right here. This is it right here. It says everything right here. This reminds me of the FAIR analysis, Fairness and Accuracy in Reporting, about Russia coverage. How Rachel Maddow covered the issue of Russia in one day more than MSNBC covered Yemen, the genocide happening in Yemen, with our weapons, our top ally doing it, with our support. They're being starved and blockaded. It's a genocide. There's a genocide being done in Yemen with our weapons. They covered that less all year than Maddow covered Russia in one day. This isn't just a bad media. It's fucking inexcusable. They're simply not doing their job. They suck. They suck at what their job is supposed to be. So, hey, maybe I shouldn't be complaining because they open the door for outlets like me to go in there. But I'm just an asshole political commentator on YouTube. I'm not supposed to be viewed as like a top journalist in the country or some shit. And I understand that. But they're so goddamn bad that it actually is the case that people come here for more serious conversation and coverage. That's not a reflection on how good I am. That's a reflection on how objectively, demonstrably, measurably terrible they are.